I'm trying to gather all of the furries
Oh,
so we can play
no.
together later.
What?
Oh, God, no.
What?
Well, I've been drinking backstage for at least 2 minutes. That means it's time for the three-headed monster. Oh, and the microphones work. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aqua. I'm one of the heads of the three-headed monster. May I introduce you to the creator? Give it up for my mate, Zanny the Blue! For the third head of the three-headed monster tonight, it is my honor to introduce you guys all to Chris the Comedy Bunny. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
I'm glad I can make it. Oh, is my mic working?
No.
I'm glad there we go. I'm glad I can make it.
There we go.
And I wanted to thank you all for coming to Michigan, because being in Michigan is complicated.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Michigan copy.
Okay, the thing is, living in Michigan is really weird because it's just Midwest enough to crush your dreams, just Southern enough to hate you for existing, and the weather's just nice enough to be like, maybe this is worth it, and then winter hits, and you're like, oh no.
Yep. And the cycle continues.
It just
keeps going.
Every 5 minutes.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Capital also should be Detroit, but it's not.
No, everyone thinks it is, but they're like, wait, what?
I grew up in the
See? That's the exact response. What the hell's the capital? It's Lansing. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck Lansing is. They just sell a lot of meth. It's fine.
We're from Illinois. We're like,
Southside.
what the fuck's the capital of Illinois? You would think it'd be Chicago, but no, it's Springfield because of Abe Lincoln.
I really thought you were going to say it was because of The Simpsons.
That'd be amazing.
It's Springfield because of The Simpsons.
Everyone knows this.
Yeah, that's how it
It's in our
works.
history books.
Yeah.
I'm from the state that has a city named after the state that's not the capital.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Move.
I know, I want to.
Come to Illinois. You can see everything here. We're very flat.
Michigan City.
You can literally see Chicago from anywhere in Illinois. Yep, there it is. Like, just
You know,
flat land.
I'm horrible at directions, so every once in a while I'm like, how do I get home? I don't know, but I kind of live near the Sears Tower, which is right there. And they look over and like, isn't it the Willis Tower? And they said, get out of my car. And they're like, I'm driving. Like, this is going to be awkward.
And
Tuck and roll, motherfucker.
and fun.
God damn. I'm so happy to be back at a convention.
Yeah.
Cause it was fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
Like,
What, you don't like being stuck at home for reasons?
I've gotten so addicted to just be like, it's been 2 years. I'm just going up to random people now and being like, holy shit, it's been 2 years. I love you.
2 years, holy shit. Oh my God, it's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Want to come back to my room? 2 years.
The sad part about telling that truth is now when I say that to anyone, you'll be like, wait, am I the stranger?
Are they talking about me?
Wait, I thought we were friends.
It is weird. Yeah, going to conventions as much as myself and Zanny had to, there was a procedure. Every time a convention was coming up, it's like, by Thursday everything is packed, Friday the car is packed, and then we go. Everything is ready. But now we have out of sheer boredom and depression, cleaned the house 4 or 5 times since the beginning of COVID. And literally, at one point in your life, you have to look at your relationship and go, is it worth cleaning the house or should we just have a fight? I think it's easier for us to have a fight, but no, we're gonna clean the house.
Aww.
The way I clean a house is I put things...
Sorry.
I put things back where they belong. Zanny has a complicated puzzle where everything goes. A treasure map in their mind.
Look,
yes?
I grew up playing point-and-click adventures. So, you gotta make your house like that.
Dragons have hordes. It's a fucking pile in a cave. It's not like a nice store.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Zanny did leave me a Nintendo-style puzzle because we needed to pack for this convention. And asked them, Zanny, where's the small suitcase? And they said, in the medium suitcase.
Whoa, it's like a nesting doll! Yeah!
Because I couldn't find the medium suitcase. You know where that was?
Where?
The big suitcase.
Oh, shit!
So I found the big suitcase. I brought him upstairs, said, Zanny, I can't open the big suitcase. They said, there's a key for it. I said, where? They go, in the lockbox. I go, I don't like where this is going.
Whoa!
So I go to the lockbox that contains all of our keys. It's locked. Where's the keys? And he looks at me, totally straight face. He goes, you can pick that lock easily.
You played enough Skyrim. Come on.
I legitimately did. It took a paper clip and will. So.
I'm a little sad. I was really hoping the lockbox was going to be inside the medium suitcase, just like this weird Mobius strip.
Yeah.
And I was going to be like, how the hell did you do that?
Well, have you seen Primer?
Actual fucking magic.
If y'all have ever seen Primer, it's like a budget time movie. It's a time travel movie, and after you're like, what the hell just happened? And then you watch YouTube and you're like, wow, that was really cool. Am I wrong, right?
That movie is so complicated. I got high on shrooms and watched it. It took me 2 hours to realize I was just watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But it really seemed like Primer. It really did in that moment. What do you want from me? I got less sleep than you. I went there.
Oh, I love that fat kid in Willy Wonka.
Wait,
The one that gets stuck in the tube?
Yeah,
the tube cleaner?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have hired him immediately to clean all the tubes? He was smiling. Watch the movie. He loved that tube. He's into the tube.
He was the perfect size to clean the tube.
Yeah, he nailed it.
With his
He
body.
knew it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, no.
Just shoot through and have a good time.
Came through a long line of chimney sweeps. Chimney sweeps.
Twimmy
Chimney
sweeps. Augustus Gloop was one of the 3 fat kids that I always dreaded being as a child.
Who are the other 2?
Bobby Hill. And the main character from Heavyweights.
Oh!
It's scary how much we look alike. I hate it.
I was not ready to hear Bobby Hill.
Okay, that's the thing. No one wants to be compared to Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill's a fine person.
Bobby Hill's better.
But the second somebody's like, you're like Bobby Hill, you're like, oh, fuck.
Here comes Bobby to make his dad deal with the present. Hey, Dad.
Because that boy ain't right. You're like, he isn't, though.
See, I love the Bobby character, but I just want Hank to just give up at one point and just start revealing truths to his son. I would love to hear Hank just start revealing real truths to his son.
Boy, you're gonna get your ass beat every day in high school if you don't learn to blend.
Well, what if Hank was the weird one? Maybe Hank's the weird one, he just couldn't admit it.
Oh.
Help me out. Help me out with Hank being the weird one.
Hank would be...
Oh, Hank being the weird one. Yeah. Bobby, I just want to do this.
You've got a really good... Do it.
I really appreciate the segue.
Anytime. You got a really good Hank Hill impersonation. I want to hear it and I don't want to talk. Do things.
No, it's weird. I wasn't expecting actual, stage presence.
Yeah, this is how it works, motherfucker!
I can do it.
I told you! We said everything you are seeing right now is an act. And it's like, wait, we're really doing it? Yes, we're really doing it!
Okay. No, okay, so Zan and I get high a lot, and that's all we do. And we were riffing.
Hey, it's creative.
It is creative.
creative.
No, we get high in a garage. We're really cool. Anyways.
Role models.
No, it's we're tortured artists. That's what it is.
That's right.
Anyways, so we were riffing one time, and I don't even know how it started, but it turned into Hank fell in love with the idea of a beefy vegan.
The beefy
vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And then the whole thing was, he was cheating on Peg with the beefy vegan, and...
He had to have the beefy vegan.
He needed the beefy
Yeah.
vegan. And so he was cheating on Peg with the beefy vegan, but Bobby discovered that he was cheating on Peg with the beefy vegan, and he's like, God damn it, Bobby, if you tell your mother about the beefy vegan in the basement, I will kill you. I will end your life tomorrow. But don't take this from me.
But then in a very special episode, they come around like, Bobby, your mother and I are now in a polycule.
With the beefy vegan.
I could not quit that 100% impossible, guilt-free beef.
Okay, Dad, I guess, but does that mean I have to call the beefy vegan Dad? No, I'm the only daddy in this house.
Holy shit. Also, I'm not just your dad. There are more than 2 genders, son. Wow!
Wow, Hank, you're getting really progressive. Good job.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Hank.
Yeah, this is great.
Super proud of Hank.
What was another one? What was another bit you and I have done? I mean, we've done 100,000 of them.
It's literally all I hear coming from the garage.
It's every...
Well, okay. Chris was, I don't even know, overheard Dragger calling someone a smelly pirate hooker. And Chris goes on like, that sounds like a great cartoon character. I'm like, what?
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, you know, introducing Nick Jr. and Nick at Night. Like, it's the smelly pirate hooker.
Hey everybody, it's the Smelly Pirate Hooker Show!
And he just comes out nothing but like a smile and a bikini. It's like, who's the John today?
And then he like points at like a fun wheel and it spins, and then like it's always some weird shit. So it's like, who's the John today? It's an angry crow. And then people learn about and it makes the noise, and then the kids learn about what the noise crows makes, and there's a weird smelly pirate hooker on stage.
But then it's like, who's the John today? It's Jack Black. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm a little lost.
Who's the John today? The Titanic.
That's right, I forgot about the Titanic.
But then it gets inspirational at the end. It's like he looks at the kids. He goes, kids, who's your John today?
That's the PSA section. It's when you're writing children's media, you have to by law have a PSA section. So of course, Smelly Pirate Hooker is going to be like, so who is your John today? I don't know what.
I remember Michelangelo made me feel guilty about not cutting up my rings for Pop.
Oh,
yeah, totally.
You meant the turtle.
Dolphin catchers?
Yeah.
You meant the turtle.
The turtle.
For a brief moment, I thought you actually meant the painter. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he painted a lot of six-packs in his art. He's like, remember to cut up them six-packs. Also, this ceiling needs another coat.
Look, man, I don't know. Da Vinci Code was weird. Maybe there's a whole book about the secret six-pack ring of artists in the Renaissance era.
The secret six-pack.
The secret...
The secret six-pack of sacramental wine. The worst Indiana Jones ever.
The worst. Oh.
This shit gets you really fucked up.
I honestly...
Indy, this is unnecessary.
I can't imagine what it took to do the level of painting they did. I can barely paint my house, but I had a really good reason. My house is haunted by a small, angry child. Because before I moved in there, and I found this out, this is actually 100% real, you knew this, and then you wanted to move, which was hysterical to me. My house was foreclosed on for 5 years before I bought it. So I finally met a neighbor who had been around for that long, and then talking to them, I told them about one of the rooms in the house. Now I'm going to tell you the response before I tell you about this creepy-ass room. I told them, it was really weird. I found a room with a lock on the outside of the door and crayon all over the wall. And he goes, oh, they had a sleepwalking special needs kid. That had to happen. I'm like, oh my God, that is horrible. I was like, no, and we talked about it for a while, and I found out a lot about what it would take to take care of a person like that, and it absolutely broke my heart. And I was also elated that a family would have went through all this for someone they love. And then I thought, oh my God, that person drew all over my walls and turns my TV on and off randomly in the middle of the night. I should really just try to talk to them. So I tried to have a seance in my house, which basically just turned into me being drunk and burning some sage. It wasn't like good sage or burnable sage. I was growing sage, and I just kind of took a light to it.
Dude, was it like the pile, like the sprinkle sage for like cooking? You're just like,
yeah.
It started as that, but I sprinkled that into some dirt, hoping it would grow. Look, I drink a lot.
That's fair, okay.
So after setting that on fire and sitting down in the living room for a nice cup of tea,
yes,
and this is the real part of the story, we're sitting out there literally talking about that room, crayons, 4 foot up the wall, all drawn, a lock on the outside of the door that had to replace, and as we're talking, the TV turns off. She looks over at me and goes, I am not sleeping here tonight. I'm downloading Grindr right now. And that's how we deal with things.
I'm glad you had a plan B.
I always have a plan B.
Hepatitis B.
Imagine if the TV turned on and then it was Smelly Pirate Hooker.
Oh!
Just like in this horror-ass beat, who's the John today?
And then Alkali's like, it's me.
Full dead-eyed. It's me.
I'm the John.
I'm the John today. I will see you later, Zan.
Where are you going? SPH showed me the way. Yeah, by the way.
I'm following my calling.
Yeah, Smelly Pirate Hooker, by the way, is SPH for the kids.
Yeah. No, that was the best part, because we were actually talking about, Alkali was true about that. We were talking about it, and Zan's like, I'm going to do SPH. And I was like, what the fuck is SPH? And it's like, Smelly Pirate Hooker. And I was like, oh my God, I love it as an acronym. professional for 5 seconds.
It's not like we don't use that for anything else. No.
No, it's SPH.
No,
Smelly
there's only
fart.
one SPH.
That's right.
It's a pirate.
There's only one SPH, truly.
Well, thank you so much for being here, by the way. This was a last-minute addition. We went to Chris, our friend, and asked them to do some stand-up, and then told them later the actual format of the show.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, 'cause I've done this before, and before it was like, people come on, and they do their stand-up, and they leave, and that's how it works. And I was like, sweet, it's been 2 years, a lot of weird shit's happened, I have some like actual stand-up that I can do, and I'm gonna practice it and perform it. And then Sam's like, oh no, we changed the format, and then sent me, then I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw the format, and I was like, how's it different? Explains it, and oh no, we're all on stage, and it's just kind of riffing. And I was like, oh, fuck you! I had like actual practice sets, and then I had to change everything because Zanny hates practicing.
I'll tell you what, look, you call it out, I'm gonna let you go. You go right now. You deserve your set right now. Or,
Wait, like, for real?
yeah. Do you have it?
Yeah, no, fuck you, I do, yeah. I can do it.
Yeah, just give me 10 minutes while I go outside.
I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a minute.
My dog ate my laptop. Wait, what?
What?
If you take the microphone with and we could actually hear the car going.
Damn, the range in these are impressive.
Is he listening to B96?
That's right. What the hell? Oh God, no. But like, okay. So for real though, I'm like, I officially came out as trans during the pandemic. I think a lot of people did because when you're trapped with yourself, you gotta figure some shit out.
Yeah.
So I officially came out as trans, and it was wonderful, and I was like, hooray! But like, it's not like I was ever truly married to like the guy thing. For any of you, for anyone who has seen me, I think I've performed on stage in pants in like 50 years. But
That's going to be the blurb for the show. Three-headed monster. They have not performed in pants on stage in 300 years.
Oh, okay, well, let's make it shorter. Make it shorter. Three-headed monster. No pants. There, we got it.
boom.
Blurb.
But like, for real, what was it? How'd you put it like the second time I met you? You were like, you're about as straight as a curved dick.
That sounds about right.
And I was like, no, that's accurate. But like for real, I came out as trans, and that was cool. And then I actually started hormone treatment, which is even better because now all I do is eat pickles and cry a lot. But I have tits, so that's pretty baller. Like it's the greatest thing on the planet, honestly. You get it?
Yeah, you got pillows to wipe off your
Yeah,
tears.
it's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. But the thing is, the reason I was able to start hormone treatment, and I swear to God, I know this sounds bad, it is all thanks to COVID specifically.
Really?
I got COVID. I was one of the lucky many. Yep, you got it.
High five over!
Oh, okay, I'll wash my hands.
Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't. That's rude. You're right. So I was one of the lucky many who actually got COVID, and I'm like dying on a couch, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. This is actually terrible. That was genuinely terrifying. I mean that wholeheartedly. It's not a bit. Fucking terrifying. Anyways, so I get COVID and I go get tested, and then the people were like, well, we're getting a bunch of people tested, so we should probably at least like make sure they don't die in their house. So I get a virtual call from a doctor, and I'm talking to the doctor, and she's all like, hi, I'm Lori, I'm here to make sure you're not dead yet. And I was like, cool, nice to meet you. And we got to talking for a while, and she was so impressed with my poverty and depression that she was like, hey, do you have a doctor? And I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, I'll be your PCP if you want. And I was like, oh shit, really? And she was like, yeah, come on in, we'll take care of it. And I was like, so sick, I got a doctor.
See, okay, it was funny, like, I would always hear that, like PCP, like, whoa.
Oh yeah, right? I actually wrote that down. I was like, can I say, will people know what I mean? I'm hoping in medical, because she didn't just sell me drugs.
Yeah.
Well, she's selling me drugs, but like different drugs. It's different.
Here, this will help. Here's a PCP.
Here's some angel dust. It'll help fix your dysphoria.
You'll see your depression.
You'll feel colors and see your depression.
Do I taste sad? Yeah, I definitely
That's definitely
yeah.
sad. That's definitely sad. But yeah,
salty.
so like I said, I'm like, hooray, awesome, go in there. We start talking about depression, and I'm like, this is a perfect chance to get the to get the nut, the lump on my nut checked out, because like, oh shit, yeah, there's a lump there. So like, maybe I have testicle cancer. Just adding it in there. And so I'm like, hey doctor, I might have testicle cancer because there's like a lump on my nut. And she was like, oh, well let's see what you got going on there. And so I dropped trow, and then a nurse comes in to make sure that neither of us are diddling each other. And then
The cutest word for that, by the way.
oh yeah,
Yeah, what you do about that? Just a little diddling.
just a little
What?
diddling. What was that? Who?
Oh, diddling, you know.
Yeah, no, we were
Little fiddling, a little diddling.
Little-
What?
little fiddling, little fiddling, diddling, and little diddling.
Oh, you're in, do you play a piddle diddle?
A little diddle, yeah,
Little piddle diddle.
just a little bit of fiddle diddle in the middle of little diddling.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Good.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway.
So anyways, I got my dick out, and like, and
So she starts diddling.
yeah, she starts diddling. Well, like I said, she starts feeling around, and my nuts are gone. Just gone. Like, completely ran off.
Did they take the microphone with? Could we hear them in the car?
Yeah, just going. So like I said, my nuts are gone, and I'm like, oh, and like she's feeling around there, and I'm like, cause like, and then I feel bad, cause like, well, it's like losing your keys. Like I'll help look too. They're my nuts, of course. So like, I take my smash invite and join the fray. So then we start like, so we're just kind of like fondling this area right here for a while. Until I finally realize this nurse has just been watching these two people be mesmerized by an empty scrotum for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I think we need to call off the search. Like, and she's like, yeah, okay. If they come back, we'll figure something out. And I was like, yeah, for sure.
Cancel the bloodhound.
Right? Let's call off the search. And then she was like, if they come, I'm like, it's fine. I'm trans anyways. I don't even want them. And she goes, you're what? And I go, yeah, I'm trans. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she like starts breaking down because she feels really terrible. Because she's like, I'm so much better about asking the pronouns of my new patients, and I just want to make sure that, like, I'm so sorry. Do you have a name you want to change on the? She really was on top of it. And so I kind of like waddle over to her, pants down, put my arm on her shoulder, and I'm just like, hey, it's okay. You met me on my deathbed while you were working the COVID hotline. We met under weird circumstances. And she's like, you're right. And I was like, you're a great doctor. It's okay. And then I hug her. Oh. And then she hugs me just down my ankles.
Okay, excellent.
Just so you know. Yeah, dick agape. Dick agape. Dick agape.
That's the name of our next CD. Dick agape.
Dick agape. I want to read that in a book. He walked in, dick agape.
Sounding champion. Dick agape.
So yeah, so she's like, oh, it's and I'm like, and so we hug, and then I thought, that nurse isn't doing a good job at all. Like, my dick's touching her. So she got a 0-star review on Yelp. Anyways.
0 stars. Left my dick agape.
0 stars. My dick was agape the whole time.
Not even the bloodhound could find my balls.
Tommy Lee Jones comes. All right, we're finding them balls.
We're gonna find them balls. But anyways, so then she's like, so she pops this big ass lady boner. She's like, helping people transition is my favorite thing to do. I love it. Let's get you on some pills today, or let's get you blood work done today, so we can get you on pills yesterday, bitch. And I was like, hell yeah. So I got COVID, but I got a badass doctor out of it.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Fantastic.
Right?
Very nice.
It was a good time.
Yeah. It's funny, like, you can basically explain why so many people transition during the pandemic with YOLO.
Right.
It really is basically it. Like,
Well,
if you want it in a nutshell.
Well, when
YOLO.
you hate yourself and you don't realize you hate yourself because capitalism is like making you busy.
Yeah.
When you don't have that chance, you're like, fuck, I think I hate myself. You kind of figure out why, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, you have to slow down and figure out why you hate yourself when you have to stay in one location. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You just painted a picture in my head, and I just can't not imagine somebody standing over the cliffs of Dover, the waves laughing, and just YOLO and throwing their dick as far as they can in the ocean.
His dick flies, catching air, dick agape.
Dick agape.
He wasn't cut, so it spread wings and it just glides away.
Dick agape. It swallows a seagull.
But for real, it's not like I said. It's really not like I wasn't. My outfit isn't that fucking different. My whole thing isn't. My jam isn't that much different. But like, I truly appreciate that like humans don't get subtext. You know what I mean? Like there are still old women that are like, wait, Liberace. Honestly, I'm too young for that. I'm too young for that reference.
I thought he was just fancy. I just like rings and shit.
Yeah, or like there were bands that were like Queen and the Village People, and then there were people like Boy George and David Bowie, and then there's like fat white dudes that are like, I bet those dudes crush more push than Tom.
Yeah.
That's a Tom and Jerry joke because cat. It's been 2 years. I'm not that great at stand-up right now.
I like it.
I said that earlier.
Crush more puss than Tom.
They do. They're like that. But that's the worst part because those same fucking dudes are like, I'm not gonna get a vaccine or wear a mask because science is part of that bullshit blood pedophile liberal turn you gay cabal.
Oh my God.
We're very famous.
I genuinely, I don't mind because sometimes you do find somebody who doesn't understand it, but they want to. They want to try. And that's actually somebody I work with, Consuela, who works in my building. One of the nicest people you will ever meet. And one day she was working around our desk and my coworker said something that made it click in her head. Oh no, the tall guy is gay and a furry. And she just learned that. And she didn't know how to process that information. You could tell she did not know how to process this information. But this is a friend of mine. She's a wonderful person. And that day, nothing happened. She couldn't process it. But the next day, she obviously had, because she brought me a little gift.
Oh!
Yeah. A rainbow dog chew toy.
Oh, that's nice!
Right? That's so nice! And of course, because I have a coworker who has to work with me, she came to him when I was in the bathroom like, I got this for Dan. Is this good?
It's good!
And Tom, apparently without missing me, went, yes! Let me get my phone out.
I need you to tell her next time, like, oh, I have some puppies coming over this weekend. She'll go, oh, that's so nice.
Oh, you do. That's my favorite thing about talking to furries. My favorite part about talking to furries is it does not matter what tier of conversation you are having with someone. Like you could be talking to any furry and they're like, yeah, so like my day job, I'm a like engineer at a physics.
Physics school.
Yeah, physics factory. No,
physics factory.
The physics factory. We make science.
Atoms.
Yeah, but no, he'd be like I said, he'll get drunk enough. I'm like, yeah, I stopped a nuclear fallout like just the other day. 400 million people would have been dead, but I pressed the right button, so that's pretty cool. And then like a little blue dog walks by, and he's like, oh, look, it's a fucking puppy! Oh my god! So like, it doesn't matter what tier of conversation you're having with a furry. Everyone eventually regresses to this weird 8-year-old girl. It's the greatest fucking thing on the planet. He's like, yeah, so I got a bunch of coke and guns in the bed. Oh my god, what are we doing? Applause!
Yeah.
That's me! I'm a bunny!
So I'm chopping meat and crushing puss all day. Is that the Blues Clues dog? Oh!
Chopping meat and
Chopping meat, crushing puss, Papa John's, that's right. Sorry, anytime I hear like that like
yeah, that was another weird riff, wasn't it?
It was breaking dicks, crushing puss,
breaking dicks,
Papa John's.
Yeah, breaking dicks, crushing puss, Papa John's. Papa John's.
Can we get Papa John's?
It's just, anyway.
So how are you guys enjoying the convention?
Break some puss or crush some dick.
Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Don't get Papa John's.
Don't get Papa John's. That's bad.
We actually we had the pleasure of being here on a Thursday night and got to do one of my favorite panels because it just involves drinking. We did MST3K on Thursday night, and we watched a movie of Zan's choosing. Zan, would you like to talk about that idea you had?
Well, it's the future is kind of the idea of this con.
The future is now.
So I'm like, hey, what's the weird, like, we got a glimpse of shitty future a long time ago, and people were talking about Chris Pratt a lot, about how that's going to be. I'm like, oh my god, what about the old Super Mario? So we watched the old Super Mario from 1993. I forgot how fucked up that was. It is grunge Mario. It is Nirvana grunge Mario. It is hardcore for no reason. Like, oh, we're plumbers. I'm Mario. I'm Luigi. Hey, how you doing? It's so crazy.
It's the best movie because it is absolutely it's an anarchistic take
Yes.
on the Mario themes, not like narrative themes, but like visual themes.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, by the way, Mario wants to like the idea of de-evolution puts you in this position where you're like, oh god, I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, Bowser's a TF fanatic, by the way. He's constantly turning people into Goombas.
The Goombas are my favorite fucking part. You have no idea. They are my favorite. They have such tiny ass heads and big ass bodies. It's the greatest thing on the planet. I like tiny heads.
That movie's so fun. They take Mojo Nixon's, who I only know from the song Punk Rock Girl, and they turn him into a fucking lizard. I'm like, what is this movie?
Well, I was informed right before we started watching by Pepper Coyote. He's like, yeah, apparently they were drunk the whole time when filming this. I'm like, hold on. My literal job is to be around drunk people like 8 hours a day. There's no way I missed that. So I started paying attention. Holy shit! If you watch his eyes, watch Hodgkin's eyes in the Mario movie. They have no idea what is going on. They're looking for Lakitu in the distance. Like, yes, Luigi, I would love to go with you to the warp zone. Like, oh, this is the best movie ever. How are they doing these line deliveries in the background? There's just another drunk guy with cue cards for a totally different movie. He's like, I should have been on Mad Max. He's just dropping them on the ground. It's okay, they'll slide across them like bananas.
In that same vein, did you know the Popeye movie was actually fueled by supermodel Cooch Coke?
What?
Yeah, okay, so it was all filmed in like Colombia, right? And it was it was all filmed in Colombia, and Robin Williams really needed Coke at the time. That was like one of the height of his Coke addiction. And so but like I said, they couldn't get any Coke.
You needed to do that character.
Yeah. So like I said, they couldn't get any Coke at all. Like it was really hard for them to find Coke. So just a slew of supermodels showed up on a plane one day. And they were all keistering from a boy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Supermodel butt coke for Robin Williams.
Yeah, it was the greatest thing. That's what Popeye's made.
Hook is really weird now.
All right,
I can fly.
Speaking of farting and a giant puff of smoke coming out.
What? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm connected. Yeah, those dots are real. I'm connected.
There it is. So, yesterday, there's an outdoor. Did you notice there's an outdoor at this convention? There's an outdoor. So we went to the outdoor and we enjoyed some weed. And this wonderful dragon over here kept their mask on while doing it, so it was adorable watching smoke just kind of pool from all around the mask. And then we are done and going up to the room in the elevator. And we're talking, so myself and Dragor are looking right at her when she goes, "Brr," and we see smoke come out from behind the mask, just flowing out, and I am confused and scared because there are two dorsi on the elevator as a weed smoke burp has just occurred, and now we're trying to figure out like that. That's not how burping works.
No.
What could this possibly be? We did so many experiments, such as smoking and swallowing the weed and trying to burp it back up. We got so halfway through our obviously scientific experiments, we realized the smoke was just trapped inside their masks. And when they burped, the pressure caused it to flow out, which was good information unto itself until I realized that if I wear my mask 24/7, I can just hotbox myself the whole time. So if you ever see me looking blurry starry-eyed and wandering off into the distant snow, I'm wearing my mask properly.
That's right.
Oh, Ivan was high yesterday story too.
Excellent.
Yeah. So like I said, all that happened. Same setup, different second act. Same setup, different second act. Anyways, I'm sitting there like enjoying being in public for the first time in 2 years, and I'm like, this is fucking magical. And so it's just like, whoa, there's a big dog. I'm doing the thing. I'm an 8-year-old girl. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and Zan wanders up from, I assume, a mystical forest, and it's like, hey, and I'm like, oh, what's up, Zan? And then Zan just spills a shit ton of Coke Zero all over the floor. And just like, and I'm just like, oh shit. And Zan's like, oh no. Oh man, what do I... And then just takes off. And I'm like, no, I get it. I don't want to be here. I got priors. Like, fuck yeah, you don't want to be there when the fucking store is broken into. So I go back to people watching and being 8, and then fucking Zan comes back in my peripheral vision and fucking slams down a wet floor sign on top of it and says with the most confidence I've ever heard, I fixed the fucking puzzle. And then walks into an elevator that happened to be open and ascended to, I assume, godhood.
Did it work? It worked, right?
No, I was there the next day. I was like, I know why that wet floor sign's there.
It made sense at the time. I wasn't sober.
Honestly, you found a wet floor sign. That's pretty fucking good for now. I would have just probably taken my shirt and been like, well, I need to clean it.
I've been playing a lot of point-and-click adventures. That's what my brain said. Like, okay, here we go. Piece of Mojado. We got it.
I went to the back there. I found a bucket. I had to fill the bucket with milk. Once I filled the bucket with milk, the cow kicked the thing, and then the thing dropped down the floor sign. Did it. That's my favorite thing about point-and-click adventures, because it can't just be key goes in hole, because that's not a puzzle. So it has to be the Rube Goldberg of machine of key goes in hole. And it's the best. Especially when there's like weird like secret endings, because they like give you a fucking domino piece at the beginning of the game, and you're like, where the fuck does this thing go? So it doesn't matter the situation. They're like, we found a dead body. I'm gonna touch the domino piece to it, because you don't know. You don't know how it's gonna fucking happen.
Or you find the elf, like, yes, the domino piece. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know that?
Where the fuck?
Not only did I know that he loves dominoes,
right?
There's nothing to indicate that.
He was eating pizza the whole time.
Exactly.
That's simple.
I was just about to make a Papa John joke.
He's eating Papa John.
He was eating Papa John's. I thought he looked Domino's. Oh, it's good. Dumb.
So speaking of getting high, it's the inspiration of a lot of our jokes, if that's not obvious. Because I have no way to segue into this. Smooth. Well, it's weird how, like, the Mario movie, we did our hard, gritty reboot first, and now we're doing the regular one. Like, it's like they turned it around.
They flipped the script.
Yeah. So now we're getting, like, the accurate version of Mario. What the fuck that means. Because,
Right.
right?
It's going to be a bummer.
Yeah, it's going to be a bummer.
I really, truly hope that... The thing is, it'll probably be an okay movie, but it's going to suck. It's going to have no soul.
Of course.
See, that's where I think you are totally wrong, because you are forgetting one very important piece of the puzzle. We know how to hotbox with a mask now. Theaters are back on the menu, motherfucker.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Right?
Oh, every time at the time I went and saw Mortal Kombat in theaters.
What?
Don't think so.
So I went and saw Mortal Kombat in theaters, and I saw it with like a bunch of kids, because it was like a matinee or whatever. I didn't go with a bunch of kids. Anyways, I certainly looked like the most threatening person in the... No.
The old one.
The old one.
Okay.
It was certainly the parents were side-eyeing me like, what are you doing here? Anyways, so like, I was watching old Mortal Kombat, and at some point in the old Mortal Kombat, somebody bends over, and I go... because whatever, you know. But the best fucking part about that, because it made me happy, the best fucking part about that, it was the loudest pop I've ever gotten in my career. Because it's a sea of fucking children that are like, whoa. And the best part about that is, I awoke something in them. Because all of them realized in that moment, you can do that.
They're like, I have one of those too.
Yeah. So the whole rest of the movie, doesn't matter what's happening, anything's going on. Because children kind of suck at comedy. Have you ever tried to explain to a kid that comedy comes in 3s, not 800s?
Well, you described the internet and memes, basically.
Yeah,
Someone comes up with one joke, and I'm like, I can fart too. It's like...
Rubber stamp it. I think it wasn't the last time, but the last time I can remember going to a theater, I actually went and saw Laurel and Hardy, the Laurel and Hardy movie with Uncle Kage.
Oh.
Yeah, I was visiting
So
them.
like the 40s?
No, they had a new one with, help me out, what's the actor I love's name? Vampire's Assistant.
Dewey Cox.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve Brule.
Dr.
No.
Steve
Yeah,
Brule. Right, whatever his name
That
is,
guy.
it doesn't matter. So we're watching this movie. It's long out of theaters. We found a theater that had it. We are in there in the afternoon on a weekday. It is myself and Kage. There is an old couple in the back corner, which is very confusing because they obviously can't see. I'm pretty sure they're just there for the popcorn. And there's one old man in the very front row because the seat's reclined and he's taking a nap. So that's the whole theater. And we are sitting there going through the previews. Now this is Laurel and Hardy. This is a movie that was probably targeted towards the elderly. What else gets targeted towards the elderly? Religion.
Oh, no.
One of the previews is a movie about a boy who fell into the ice and was saved through prayer.
Oh, Jesus dove in.
Me and Sam
Scooby.
are dying. We cannot stop laughing at how ridiculous every part of this premise is. And the elderly couple get up and leave.
Whoa!
They leave. And all of a sudden you say, like, oh my God, like we were out of line. Like we shouldn't do that. We were in public. Let's calm down. Well, they come back with security.
Whoa!
A 17-year-old young man in the red, kind of like, I didn't get dressed by my mom, but this is what she would have left out for me clothing.
Yeah, that Fisher Price shit?
Exactly, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Walks up to the two of us and goes,
Hello, sir.
no, it's so much better. I wish he was just straightforward. No, he goes, I don't know what to do. Could you pretend like you're in trouble?
What?
He was so dead. Every bit of this young man's face was just like, those old shits back there, they have a lawyer or some shit. I don't know. Could you just say sorry to me? But we are so sorry, young man. God is good.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna buy Scuba Jesus right after I leave this theater.
And without missing a beat, this kid does this. He gives, and it like genuinely, he's just like, dude, I don't want to. What? No. And Sam, or Lally, Jesus Christ!
Yes!
Two of them fucking left.
God, I want to hear that conversation. Because they waddle out, they're like, did you know that there are two people in there making fun of Jesus?
Yeah, right? You can't let this happen. This is awesome God.
In a theater, they're making fun of Jesus.
Oh, I felt that wrath.
And it's like I get you're upset, but what?
Look, there's real Jesus has scuba gear. It's how it happened. It's historically accurate, and you're shit for.
Jesus has scuba gear.
Did you
Jesus
see
has scuba
Harry
gear.
Potter and the Sorceress's Apprentice? I don't know which one it is, but there's a sword in the lake and Jesus got it. It was a
He can
deer.
turn water into wine. You think he can't breathe that shit? You think he can't breathe that shit? It's like Jesus.
I want space Jesus.
Well, okay, we were just talking about
Jesus?
space
Well,
Jesus.
I'm like just kind of take Jesus through the G.I. Joe action line. So because I would love to see a commercial where they're like, yeah, I got new action form Jesus, and then he breaks through the stupid foam bricks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because apparently all children just play make believe in an actual abandoned factory with foam bricks.
There's nothing wrong
It's
with
like
it.
your story reminded me of how like the Jesus Christ and like the giant Jesus statue. I got in trouble for making fun of it from my parents. It's a long story, but it just makes me think of like if I lived in Brazil in that town and I looked up and it'd be like Jesus Christ, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is Jesus.
Yeah, that's him.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just really surprised me all the time.
Yeah, no, he's right there. I mean, it is true.
What was the joke that you got in trouble for? I don't remember that.
So during the pandemic, they were trying to make everyone feel better, and they shined all the flags on Jesus. And it was a nice gesture and everything. But I couldn't help but think it was multicultural Jesus, this giant statue, and all I could think is multicultural Jesus says, "Go back inside, or I will eat you."
He's like the head from Zardoz.
Yeah, just a blob. The eyes open up. You finally experience why the Catholic Church paid for this huge statue. Like, oh, it's a robot. Sweet.
The mask is good. COVID is evil.
Yeah. And he slowly just goes like when he sees someone not wearing a mask, he's like,
oh,
right?
Yeah. And his fucking mouth opens, and then he shoots a laser at them.
Ooh.
He's just like,
It's a good thing.
and he just evaporates.
You gotta let multicultural Jesus be multicultural Jesus.
No.
They're on Tinder. They've been trying to get with the Statue of Liberty for years.
Fucking follow your truth, man.
Yeah. Like if
Give us your cold, you're tired, you're hungry, and you're dick.
I mean, that's a pretty good pitch.
I wanted to say that.
I wanted to.
If we had a giant America Jesus statue, it would be like this.
Oh yeah, right. Or like one, or like.
Or just like yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like holding the football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's for Jesus. Totally.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen The Passion of the Christ.
Totally accurate. 100%. Yeah, realistic.
That's how. Yeah, it's Jesus with his raptor sold separately.
That's how it happened.
Raptor sold separately.
That's what I love about movies. They teach us about history and how it's wrong, and then we learn the real one, and then you're like, oh wow, I was lied to.
So speaking of Jesus, this one time I've been reflecting on my life because we go through this. Yeah, Act 1. Anyways, I was reflecting on my life, and I remembered, goddamn, lock-ins were a weird concept.
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, so for those of you that don't know what a lock-in is this weird thing that I don't exactly know where it is mostly, but I know Midwest people fucking love it. But like I said, lock-ins are these weird-ass things where where the church is like, hey, give us all your children and we'll lock them in the church for the night.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a shit ton of cake and pizza and shit. They'll love it.
This sounds legit.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
In grade school in Chicago, my class got invited to go onto a lock-in to the Shed Aquarium.
Oh.
And I didn't get to go, but that doesn't matter because apparently the moment of the entire thing was when it was found out that one of the students brought a swimsuit with them, and there were many questions that accompanied that.
Oh.
Never found out why. There was a student with a swimsuit.
So proud of
That kid's smart. He's like, I'm not 18 yet. Can't get arrested.
Can't get arrested.
I can't get arrested. Fuck this. I'm diving for Jesus.
I'm diving for you. I'm finding him.
Yeah, I'm finding him. He's down there. That's what he does. He scuba dives.
Scuba Jesus.
I learned 2 things. He scuba dives and he rides a raptor.
Oh no, I was supposed to get eaten by a whale. That's a shark.
Oh! But no, my favorite lock-in memory was I went to a lock-in and I was playing like fucking Mario Kart or some shit. And I'm just like, yeah, Mario Kart's pretty cool. And I'm sitting on a beanbag chair. And this dude, bless his heart, he's trying, he's doing his thing. And he fucking pulls up a beanbag chair and he's all like, what's up, man? How you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty good, eating pizza and shit. And he's like, so, you like Mario Kart? And I was like, yeah, I love Mario Kart. It's pretty fun. And he goes, so, you know who else gets a 1-up when you need it most?
Oh God.
And I fucking smiled the largest. I'm like, oh, he's doing it.
He's doing it.
And I go, is it Jesus? And he goes, you're a real smart cookie. And I'm like, oh, I knew it was Jesus. Yeah! I'm so happy. And so he explained Jesus to me for 15 minutes while I nailed Mario Kart. But like, holy shit, I was so happy. Because like, I bet that dude was so proud. He was so fucking, he was like, I can't wait for some kid to play fucking Mario Kart. I got a perfect one. I got a perfect intro. I'm going to save the shit out of that kid's soul. That kid's gonna be so fucking taken care of.
That's right.
I actually went to a Catholic high school, and my senior year, everyone has to take a tour of the brothers' household where all of the brothers of the faith live. And at the end of the tour, a few of us got asked, like, you have been such a big help at the school. I did a lot of extracurricular activities. Like, have you ever considered maybe joining the brotherhood? My friend, being an asshole, like, he can't, he's gay. From the other room, Brother McNamara, who I had been actually performing with, he was the one who sanctioned the improv group for my school, yells out, did not know he was there, "It's okay, we're desperate."
I don't give a shit.
Imagine not having any gays and having trouble filling out a drama club without any gays. Right?
Have you seen Jesus? That fucker's gay.
Well, dude, we got in so much trouble for that club. So I started the improv club because we literally had nothing like that at my school. It was an all-boys school, all-female school right next door. I started a joint club. All of a sudden, it got crazy popular because they're joint club. I get it now. I started that club in college. So we started doing this, like, it would be really good. Let's do an advertisement. So all the creators went to the bathroom, standing in front of the urinals with our back to the camera, hand on the wall, looking back and smiling. And it was Improv Club. We're not number 2. And we distributed these over the school until the police came. And I had to answer one question. They let me in here. They sat me down. They prepped me to make sure that I would answer this question once and only once. And it was, who took the picture?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah. We did not think of that. And the moment I told them, like, oh, we did it on my phone. It's got a timer. We put a tripod up. We did it. Every person in the room who was not what I later found out to be detective breathed a sigh of relief, kicked me out, and said I needed to have supervision from that point forward. McNamara showed up twice and then just magically forgot about us every other time after that.
Oh my God.
They didn't care what you... There comes a point, if you're just a bunch of dorks doing improv in rooms, like, all right, times for scenes from the hat. He's just like, I'm leaving and grading papers. Like, that's a good idea.
It's just not worth it. Like, they're having fun, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually reminds me of the time I got in trouble.
Oh?
It's different because this was for a bomb threat. But I got in trouble. Okay, I didn't make the bomb threat, okay? I got in trouble for it, but I didn't make it. Okay, so it was like kind of right past 9/11. I don't know, like a year or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like pretty early, open dish wound.
We're in America mode.
Yeah, it's full America mode. And I look in my like day planner that the school gave me, and I'm with a friend, and we're all and he's all like, yo, let's look up a random chemical on the periodic table and learn about it. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool or something. And so we literally at random put phosphorus. And so we started looking up phosphorus and learning all about phosphorus. And we're just actually learning. We're being good students, using the resources to learn. And I go, dude, did you know they made bombs out of phosphorus and you can't even put the fire out? And somebody was like, whoa, bomb, 9/11, fuck. So then they reported me. Oh, wow. So me and my friend get pulled into the office, and there's a police officer, the teacher police officer. I forget what his name was. It was just his job to be scary for kids. And then the principal, and they're all like, so, what have you boys been looking up on the internet? And I was like, oh shit, because I was looking up a lot of porn. Like a lot of weird anime porn. And I was like, it's gonna be the anime porn, fuck. And so we were just like normal school stuff. And they're all like, what about phosphorus? Like they got me. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're learning about phosphorus because like it was an element. It's pretty cool. You could actually do a lot of cool stuff with it. You know, you can make a bomb out of it that doesn't go out when you put. And he's just like, you understand what's going on right here, right? There's a reason there's a police officer here. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't get any of this shit.
Yeah, but not a good reason.
I was like, because in my mind, I'm like, it wasn't porn. Fuck yeah. That was completely off the hook in my mind. I was like, oh, yes. So,
Oh, you just think I made a bomb threat? Awesome.
sweet.
Awesome.
I don't have to explain cat girls yet to people. Thank God. I am not prepared. So anyways. Sorry, just thinking of cat girl titties. I looked up cat girl titties. Like, that was in my school search history. Like it would have been weird to have to
Phosphorus, cat girl titties. Phosphorus titties. Okay, well, exploding titties. I see what you're doing. This is just a cover.
I'm learning it.
Would you call a personal library of cat girl porn a meow mix?
Oh, I like it. I would, yeah.
Wow.
So anyways, yeah, so they're all like, "Whoa, you're gonna fucking go to jail and we can take away your computer and you're gonna fucking die because it's now." And I was like, "Fuck, dude, this sounds terrible. I'm like fucking 12 or something." And so they call my mom, and my mom comes in, and they're like, and they explain to my mom, and my mom goes, "That stupid fucker couldn't even spell phosphorus if it wasn't in the back of the book." They were just learning, and they were like, "Okay," and it got dropped.
That's hilarious. That's amazing.
Which is true. I still can't spell phosphorus.
You can go. I do have something.
Oh, guys, it's so
All right.
cute. We should make out.
What the heck?
Did you want to go?
Did you want to go? All right. Well, we got a little time left, so we don't know what else to do if that's not obvious. So I was gonna touch on history because, like, what? Movies is like teach us history wrong, and then like we learn the right one, and like, oh yeah, movies, they're all wrong. Cool. So I was like, I learned so much Chinese history from Dynasty Warriors. Like, just the fun version, though.
You do. You really do. You're not wrong.
It's like, I know that they didn't have spells that shot giant rocks, but who cares? I just learned these people's names, and there's the Great War and all that shit. Right, yellow turbans. I wouldn't know about that beforehand. Otherwise, exactly.
No.
So they should make a Dynasty Warriors America edition. With the Revolutionary War. I want to see Ben Franklin with lightning powers. I want to see George Washington literally hitting someone with a cherry tree. It's like, I'm not lying. It'll be great. Just flying British soldiers everywhere.
Oh, because it's Dynasty Warriors, you have to have your big sweep attacks. So Ben Franklin would totally have a kite. Just like...
Yeah, kite. Electric kite.
Yeah, just...
Riding on the back of a chicken.
That's right.
And then Jesus comes in. Obviously, he's on their side. Everyone knows.
Duh.
Everyone knows Jesus is American.
Everyone does.
Yeah, that's a secret character.
That's a secret character.
He's on George Washington. He's like with George Washington.
You know how I know Jesus is American?
How's that?
I had to learn a song in that lock-in.
What is it?
I don't want to sing the whole thing because it just gets awkward.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
but it's about Jesus being cool and going to visit Jesus in heaven. But one of the lyrics is just, "It's a big, big backyard where we can play some football. Yeah, touchdown!" Because that's the calm response to the audience. And it's like, "It's my house. It's my father's house." So it's Jesus singing the song is the idea.
I know that one.
Jesus sing? Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying, man. So
Jesus plays football.
Jesus plays.
Jesus tackled some kid and gave him a concussion. It's like, go!
I don't play that two-touch shit. I'm Jesus, motherfucker.
Jesus, we got a broken leg over here. Fuck that. He's on the other team. Let's go.
I didn't scuba dive in the shit and save children just to let them fucking beat me.
Anyway.
What do you mean football causes concussions? We don't pay attention to the science.
It causes confessions. No, that's a dumb joke.
God.
That's a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
Nope, that is the perfect way to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Three-Headed Monster. Give it up for Sandy the Blue. A huge thank you to Chris the Comedy Buddy. My name is Alkaline. We're going to take a 5-minute breather before we start up the Dragon Show. Thank you so much for joining us. Go take a bathroom or weed break. Don't forget, if you keep your mask on, you hotbox yourself. Good night. We are literally now recording the Dragon Show. But we're going to take 5 minutes because I need...
Silver Gatoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gatoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silvergatoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.